Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. We got a special day today. If you can't tell, we are at the track, New Jersey Motorsports Park. It's that time of year. It's fall here, about a cool 55 degrees. The sun's out. It's gonna be a good day. We're going on a track day event here. I'm gonna bring you guys along. I have some special stuff for you today, but you can see Panda's here. Mike's here, all the way again from California. You might remember him. So we have a bunch of stuff loaded up in here, but we got to get into the driver's meeting, then we'll come back and continue. So we just went out with Turner. Turner, how was your first?
Well, we did not wreck, so that's
good.
That's always
good
a good
news.
start.
How was it?
One run, it was unbelievably great. Just gotta realize you're learning the car. It's my third track day in the 720S. It's my first time on this track, so you gotta respect that.
Normally you have a beginner, intermediate, advanced session, so you go 15, 20 minutes, come back in, the next group comes out. We're trying something a little different, that it's more or less an open track day. So the novice guys are gonna be running with the advanced guys, and it's just open track until basically lunchtime. We'll go eat lunch, come back. And open track is basically you could be coming out of the pits and have some guy doing 100 through turn one here. So kind of helping Turner, at least. I was walking him through the first steps of the track, just like, hey, heads up, check your mirrors. So a lot of people forget to do that. They forget that they have mirrors. That is a very fancy racing shirt you have on there.
Thank you.
I like it. How was it? You've been on this track before, but
dude, it's really fun. Yeah. It's really fun. I was actually talking about that in my video. I love the track. It's like
it's a flowing track.
One long straightaway where I can have my fun, and then it's technical.
Yep.
You hard braked on the 570, it would get a little squirrely. This doesn't really have it seems more stable.
So I'm not sure what the specs are on the 720, but on the 12C, that wing going up is 30%.
Sure.
30% the braking, and you can hear it. You can hear it.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
It's cool. So we should have a good day. We got everybody here.
We have a great day.
David Hale, Mike.
That's me.
We should have some fun. We have a 570S GT4. If you guys saw one of my previous videos, you know how much I love this car. Well, it's here at the track today. It's gonna be running around. Check this out. They have some text from McLaren Motorsport here, actually going through the car and getting it prepped and everything, and it has slicks on it. It will be out on track. Check this out.
Correct. Then you use that to get the engine warmed up a little quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want it to be at that.
And it's capable of doing that before you go out.
GT4 came out on track, scrubbed the tires a little bit, they retorqued everything, checked it out. It's so cool to see a race car out and about, in with the other McLarens. It's weird because it fits in, but it's so totally different than the regular 570. I want to bring you guys along and another great track day put on by McLaren Philly. Can't thank them enough. The hospitality is great, the food's great, so let's get back to racing.
what'd you think?
Unreal. My road car is totally capable, right? Like any of these cars out here, totally capable. And then you get in this thing, and it's like, my car is slow. And my car's not slow.
It's got power. It doesn't have the arrow.
It's the arrow and the grip.
It doesn't have a two-way adjustable Penske damper. It doesn't have a Pirelli slick.
The tires.
The tires.
Where I'm lifting in my car, this thing didn't even hesitate.
The close ratio steering.
You feel what happens is you feel the back end kind of want to, like on the car wants to unload, but as long as you stay in it, it's insane.
Exactly like that.
So we are in the car here with Hansel. Hansel, what do you do?
I'm a project engineer with McLaren Motorsport.
So he's a tech guy here, if you can't tell by the laptop. So we're gonna go over my data here. Hopefully the glare's not too bad. We tried to get a good spot. Now keep in mind, this is my first time driving this car.
Right. So basically, what you're looking at here is your video, your fastest lap in blue versus Mike's fastest lap in red. So you did a 1 minute 14, whereas Mike did a 1 minute 08. So the V-Box, basically you're able to look at your driving parameters, so your speed trace, your inputs, the throttle pedal, your brake pressures, your steering, and you can compare these along with the speeds, the speed traps, the RPMs, the gears you're using, and you can compare to see where you're gaining or losing time. So you've got a delta here, which as it goes away, it's basically showing how much of time advantage you've lost compared to Mike. So let's take it from first corner, for example. So if you look at the brake pressures here, Mike's already at 166 bars, so he's pressing it as hard.
Yeah,
as he
he's
can,
on it. Yep.
Whereas you're not pressing it as hard.
Yep.
So in that sense, he's braking. He's able to brake later and reduce his speed faster, which is giving him a higher entry into the next corner.
Yep.
And that's minimizing his time from the braking zone into the first corner.
You can carry more speed, essentially.
Yeah, basically
carry more speed into the corner and get out off the brakes and onto power faster.
That's
essentially.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, if you look at the minimum speed at the apex, he's got a high minimum speed as well. So that's 10 kilometers per hour higher.
Yep.
But then if you look at his throttle trace, he's getting on the throttle as soon as he's done with his braking.
Yep.
So there again, that time difference there is another factor, which is what's given him a few tenths up. So if you have a look across the entire lap, in general, you can see that he's braking much higher on the sectors.
Yep.
So that's the main point where you can, once you understand the car, you're able to brake and slow the car down faster, which means you're able to brake later.
Yep.
So
you can
again,
carry more speed. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. In terms of the throttle trace, you can see, you ideally want to be either full throttle or off the throttle. You don't really want to, run it just halfway through. At the same time, you can see if there's like an oversteer or understeer moment where he goes on throttle, but he lifts off. Yep. So yeah, in this case, I see a lot of understeer here. So he's lifted off to be able to turn
correct.
the corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gone. I would say he's gone on throttle too early. He's not completed the corner yet. Overall, you can see in terms of the throttle trace in this sector here, he's full throttle throughout, and that's why you're having around 20 k's, I would say. Yeah, 20k difference between the top speed, right up there. Yeah, I mean, in general, basically, this helps look at, compare lap times and see where you can gain and improve your driving.
Essentially, what you see people, you see all these monitors, you see all these computers on pits and on race days and stuff like that, and this is exactly what they're doing in real time.
Yeah.
They're doing this lap per lap actively, right? And they're saying we need you to improve here, we need you to improve there, as well as practice and sessions. They sit there, they come back, they look at this data. Basically, I mean, they have their own proprietary stuff for the most part, but they're looking at data like this to calculate, can you brake that half a second later? Can you get on the throttle earlier? Obviously for me, there's a big difference there in it, but it wasn't the worst lap in the world.
No, and it just goes to show how much more you can actually push.
Yeah,
and most of the
I thought I knew I wasn't pushing. I mean, I did 4 laps, one warm up and 3 flyers, and I was pushing. Data doesn't lie, so it was definitely a cool experience, but we just kind of wanted to share this to you. Figured it'd be a cool, especially with the man here who understands the data and reads it. We're gonna go over the car. You guys saw us going over the data in the car. Hopefully that wasn't too technical. We like technical on this channel though. So we're gonna just kind of walk through the differences. Obviously you guys can see, if you're pretty familiar with the brand, it's a 570 shell, but there's a lot of things going on. Aero-wise, mechanical-wise, right? That's totally different. It's homologated, and we're gonna go over that right now.
Yeah, so in terms of the aero, it's very visible right out here. You've got a split on the front with dive lanes, and the front center radiator with a sculpted hood, mainly for the airflow.
Yep.
The radiator obviously is part of the powertrain cooling. You've got the center lock wheel nuts on the race car for quicker wheel changes. You got 18-inch rims with slick tires.
And then these are the steel brakes. These are the same steel brakes as a 12C or
a road car.
Whoever. Yep.
The suspension on this is standard spring and dampers. So the active suspension has been taken off. On this, you obviously got the rear wing at the back. The downforce numbers for the GT4 is twice as that of the 600 LT.
Wow. And that's all stationary. I mean, this is an adjustable wing, correct? I mean, so you can adjust the wing, obviously, through here, but it's not active at all, right? It's all stationary.
No, it's all static.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've also got the air jack system through the lance in here, which props up the car, helps you with changing tires. You've got a diffuser back here. In terms of the powertrain, it's the same as the road car, but it's detuned for GT4 racing regulations. It's down to 429 PS, and there's a sprint option as well, which is 540 PS, which is what you drove in today.
Transmission's the same though, correct? The transmission's the same, the software...
The transmission, the turbos, they're all the same.
The software is just adapted to the new restrictions. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, the thing that I noticed, obviously you have your fuel, dual side fuel fillers here.
That's right, so it's a race fuel cell. You also got the roll cage in there, which is safety requirements. So you have an optional front seat. You can order this optional. Obviously, it's nice to have. You can take people out. And then what? You have the roll cage. We have a V-box down here, Race Logic V-box. And other than that, it's pretty much what, all race car, right? It's all just stripped down and sorted out. Lighter and faster.
Price-wise,
the GT4 cost $210,000 ex-works.
And that doesn't include what? Taxes, shipping, all that,
customs,
everything. So you're about, let's round up to 250. I mean, all said and done. 250, depending your options, depending, you know, like for me, I'd get a second set of tires and wheels and stuff like that. You want to have some of that stuff with you when you obviously trailer the car, because it's not street legal. But the fact that you can go to a motorsport dealer like McLaren Philadelphia and be able to just buy this, you can walk in off the street and buy this essentially, and
yes,
a Joe Schmo can walk in and just, I want that, buy it, and go do all this. Thank you for coming out and talking through this, and being able to showcase. I think that the data and everything was cool to be able to view that. I think it's about that time to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. Definitely a special one. It was really cool to make this. Obviously, I got to drive the car, which was really, really cool. Thank you, Romano, for letting me drive the car. It's an amazing machine. The car just built confidence very quickly. Kudos to McLaren. Again, if you guys have the means and just really want to race and can get something like this, I highly recommend looking into this, or at least calling up McLaren Philly, see if it's something they can help you out with. I definitely recommend it. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, @TroySowers, I always post pictures and stuff ahead of time on there, give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. Thank you guys for watching. Click that bell icon so you're notified of future uploads. We'll see you on the next one.